when you file a claim and the man does not appear, he fails to answer, how do you bring them in? How do you force them to answer the claim?
It depends on what you mean, because it sounds like you're kind of skirting on two things there. So when you're filing a claim, if you're filing a claim against, this is why Carl's very particular with his wording, and I'm very conscious of it because he always slaps me down when I say it. But basically, when you say, oh, the enforcement officer, oh, you mean there's a guy called enforcement officer? Oh, no, Carl, you're right. Okay. Barry Rose. Oh, okay, so Barry Rose, the man called Barry Rose. Yeah. Carl, there's a man called Barry Rose. Oh, okay, so that's the guy you're filing it. Yes, that's the guy I'm filing with. Oh, brilliant. So what does it say on your claim, your claim? And I'll say, oh, it says Barry Rose. Okay, so say what it is. When you're saying the story, you say the guy's name, the man's name. And that's how you basically, you put your claim on there. Otherwise, you'd be writing enforcement officer, and that would make no sense. Or you'd write Barry Rose, brackets, enforcement officer. Well, then you're calling the guy's official title, his work, his commerce, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. You're not getting the man, you're getting his fiction. So, yeah, the paperwork has to reflect that. You've got to write the name. If it's Joe Bloggs, write Joe Bloggs. But, yeah, in the court, when you this is what I'm saying is at the beginning, they're going to keep, the court keeps sending you weird kind of paperwork where it's all in capitals. And every time I kept going in, I said, well, what's wrong with you lot? Why do you keep sending stuff with capitals? And the woman was saying to me, well, actually, I'm at the desk, and basically the computer program itself, we can get rid of caps lock, but it will automatically print out in capitals. And I said, really? And she said, yeah, I don't have a choice. She goes, that's the way it's got to be. I said, okay. Well, I'm telling you it's not right, and I want you to change it with a pen. And she said, no, there's no difference anyway. I said, that's right, there is no difference, isn't there, according to you? So here's a pen, pick my pen up and write it the way I want you to. And she said, no, I can't write on there. And I said, why not? You typed it. And she said, no, I can't. I'll get in trouble. I said, okay, fine. I don't want to get you in trouble. That's cool. And I said, okay, well, why don't I do this? I'll send it back to you and say to you, you're going to have to amend these because they're in error. Can you write my name this way? Can you write his name this way? I don't want his name in capitals. But I require you to put it in a capital B, and lowercase and his surname capital R, lowercase the rest. So you're making it clear in your paperwork from then on that you're always asking for the man. But this is what I'm saying is when I'm having the conversation with his employer's solicitor, and I said, all right, so are you the service contact for me for serving documents for Barry Rose? And she said, yes, that's right. Anything work-related for Barry Rose, you can contact me. That's nice, but that's not what I asked. I said, are you the service address for Barry Rose the man? And she said, that's right. I am the contact address for Barry Rose and his work. And I said, what the hell? But it's just playing the game. You just keep referring back to the man. But it'll be interesting, even when the case goes on, how's he going to deny when he's on the dock that he's a man? It's like the most stupidest question in the world. Are you a man? Yes. Oh, brilliant. Okay, that's that answered. But no, I don't want to be a man. Oh, well, what the hell are you, a woman? If you think about it, it is ridiculously stupid and simple what you're saying and how you're saying it. But
but what happens when the man doesn't answer? You get your paperwork.
If you're saying he didn't answer, because within 30 days, once that they've got 21 days to file a defense, and believe me, and most of the ones that I've ever dealt with, they all file a defense because they know they've got to file a defense. Because you've got to look at it on their side, the legalese world. Oh, we always have to file a defense. Good. Then file a damn defense. So they're automatically filing in a defense, acknowledgement of service. They're doing all the stuff they should be doing. And that's great. Good. Do it. File a defense. Now, if they didn't appear, if that's what you're going down, if they didn't appear, as part of my paperwork, I always summons them. I put all my paperwork correct. that everything that a court does, they'll send a change of date. They'll say, oh, by the way, the date is this. And I'll say, oh, brilliant, that's really nice. But, oh, look, you've made those same mistakes again. Look at that. You keep writing my name in capitals. You keep writing his in capitals. Oh, here's the amended version. Oh, I'll send that back to you. Please, can you amend it? And she's just used to now saying, oh, shit. And I will say to her, look, if you can't do what I say, if you can't, I'm requiring of you to correct these errors and you can't do it, then at least you could do is send me a letter to say, I acknowledge what you've done. I accept it. I understand what you're saying. And I get letters back with that. And I say, hey, that's cool. That's fine. I've got a paper trail. And when I spoke to the regional head at the courthouse, and he kept saying to me, but this is your case. And I said, you've got no first-hand knowledge, that's me. Don't tell me that you do. You don't. And he said, yeah, okay, fine. I said, well, don't tell me what's in my case either, because I know I was there when I filed it. Were you there? And he said, no. I said, there you go then. So I know what's in the case. I know who I am. So what else are you saying? Oh, well, it was the council enforcement officer that was called. I go, do you see anywhere on my paperwork it says that that I summoned the enforcement officer? No. But here we wrote, and I said, no, I don't care what you wrote. And I said, look at the amended one that was sent later on to you, requiring your office to amend it. And then he looked at it and said, yeah, you're right. I said, well, what are you saying? But ultimately, in a case, if they refuse to appear, you just tell the bailiff. Say, I'm not here for a default judgment. I want him to come in and lose, and then I want to win, and then I want it to be on his record for life. Get the bailiff to summons him. Get the arrest warrant now.
So who issues that arrest warrant? The judge?
You tell the bailiff, yeah. You require the judge to go get the bailiff to go get an arrest warrant and go make it happen. Believe me, they'll know about it. They do it every day to the members of the public, all day long.
Now, is that only on a trespass, on a criminal charge, or does that also apply on a civil case?
Mine's in Queen's Bench in the civil department, so it's the same thing. But if he never turned up, that's the first thing I would have done.
Okay, because we've got there's three different cases.
For him to get.
There's three different cases I'm thinking of. One of them's in New Brunswick, the other one's in Ontario, and then a third one here in Massachusetts, in Boston, Rhode Island, where in each case the claim has been answered to by the man's employer. For instance, the Attorney General or somebody else is stepping up and interfering.
Yeah, I mean, that's similar to mine, but what it is for me and you, it'll be, oh no, I'm taking on a bigger beast. I just wanted that guy. Yeah, but the benefit is, like Carl was saying as well, is that at the end of the day, that individual has only got a small checkbook. And if he's foolish enough to get his employer involved, but guess what? He's going to have a bigger checkbook. So there is, every cloud has a silver lining. But yeah, you're going to have to work for it a little bit harder now because he's probably going to have a barrister. But hey, the check, it's more likely to be paid.
Well, they're claiming that the proper defendant would be the United States of America, which has sovereign immunity.
So they're basically they're just trying to use that as a method to get it thrown out.
Get it thrown out.
Yeah, but either way, all you can say is that if Mr. United States wants to add themselves as a co-defendant, then let them. If they want themselves to get chucked out or thrown out, then they can. But either way, it leaves the man behind still, doesn't it? The one that you brought the claim for.
Well, that makes sense.
He's always going to stay behind. For them to get in and then suddenly turn around and say, oh, well, we want to throw ourselves out. Okay, fine. In, out, shake it all about. I don't care. If you're in, brilliant. You think I'm scared? Nope. I know you've got a big checkbook.
And process one at a time?
I don't mind. To be honest, like in my example, the barrister that turned up, he was a representative for the council and Barry Rose, the guy who works for the council occasionally. I still only had one guy to fight with. I didn't have two barristers to fight with. I still had one. I don't care. But, you know, really, behind all this nonsense, if you figure out the way of thinking for the uncommon law way of thinking, when you've got it, you've got it. It doesn't matter if you've got 1 or 1,000 barristers. They're not going to figure out how to get back out.
Okay.
But like that one I did in Cornwall where there was 5 barristers, not one of them could figure it out. They just thought, oh shit, we're in trouble. Yep, you're in big trouble now. They went from laughing and they went to very glum face very quickly, and they all ran out the room, and including the judge, all ran down one way into a little room and had a little meeting. So they realised it's all over. That's right. You wasted 3 years trying to prosecute this guy and it ain't going to go anywhere. So, yeah, that... I don't know, that, you know, like you say, you reap what you sow.
Well, thank you, Bowie. That definitely helps a lot.
The other way I was thinking, the other thing which, to be honest, it was an interesting way to think, is that, you know, the case got thrown out on a technical default because there's nobody prosecuting. But really, you know, could I even be bothered to actually take the case again? Well, you know, what happened? Well, the council might go around in the newspaper saying that, somebody had to pay a £20,000 fine, and, don't ever put your caravans on your lawn again, people, or we'll come and get you. And I thought, well, I know the truth. What do I give a shit what they put out? Actually, I don't. Did I have to pay a giant fine? Nope. Did I have to go to jail? Nope. Did they order me to move my caravan? Nope. Really, what happened? Well, I became stronger as a man, if nothing else. The next time it happens, I'll clamp this shit down so damn fast it won't be funny. I've done it for quite a few other guys now in the UK. I've never let it get to court, and it works.